Hi, my name is Angela Abernathy, and I'm here today to talk to you about a crippling disease that has killed more than 168,000 Americans a year. This staggering number is a result of addiction, which the American Society of Medicine defines as treatable disease involving complex interaction among brain cells, genetics, environment, and an individual's life experience. It is my goal today to give you a firm understanding of what addiction is and to convey the lifelong impact in which it can affect an individual. First, to understand addiction, we've got to go back to the definition, which that is a brain disease. I think oftentimes we think of someone that has a disease as being very sick or with a scratchy throat or runny nose. It's a little more complicated with addiction because it's in the behavior, it's in the inability to control the consumption of drugs and alcohol. These are the faces of addiction. It could be your next door neighbor. It doesn't matter race, creed, color, sex, gender. It just doesn't matter. I just know that it could be you, it could be me. As a matter of fact, it is me. I took some medicine from a doctor many years ago that changed my brain structure. So I do want to reiterate that it doesn't just have to be street drugs, or it doesn't have to be somebody homeless or poor that has nothing in society. Again, it could be your best friend or your mother. Furthermore, it should be noted that scientific studies began in the 1930s and a lot has been learned about addiction. It was believed that addiction was rooted in a lack of willpower or to be morally flawed. And today we just know that that's not true. But that view shaped society's response to how they treated or how they dealt with addiction, and they dealt with it as punishment rather than prevention. Since that time, the study there's been a dramatic improvement and change to what we know about addiction, including the discovery of the neurological roots and acknowledging many biological and environmental factors contributing to the development of disease. And that's what I have here. This is the normal brain. This is 10 days of cocaine use. This is 100 days of cocaine use. It changes the brain structure, literally. And it doesn't take 10 days to start. It starts with your first use. And again, I'm going to reiterate to you guys that it doesn't just have to be cocaine or heroin or ice or meth or those street drugs. It can be something that your doctor prescribes that can change your brain. Lastly, in understanding addiction, it is recognized that the brain of the affected individual is dramatically different from the non-addicted person, and that's just what I was showing you here. Drugs physically change the brain in ways it structures, and it's long-lasting, guys. It's permanent. You can't get into recovery like a person like me and think your brain's going to change back, because it don't. By the time a person realizes that they have a choice, they're already vulnerable to this disease, and their ability to self-will is lost. Even from the first experiment, and I've told you that. I just wanted to go back to that and to let you know that even from the first time you do this, it starts changing your brain, and you can't change it back. I just want to show you on this slide as it comes up. I'll talk to you for a minute about addiction affects making sound decisions. It affects the way you control your emotions, your inability to control the consumption of drugs and alcohol. Okay, I need you to also know about the consequences. The consequences are not just physical. They're not just financial. They're not just criminal. They affect everything. I got this slide. I want to show you this guy. This guy he left home going to New York for a job, and his mom lost all contact with him, so she put out pleas everywhere she could to find her son. And this right here is what she got back for her son, a heroin addict. Again, though, you don't have to look like him to be an addict. You could look like me. As I conclude my discussion with you today, I hope that sharing this information with you will serve to educate you on what addiction is and the impact of what it can be on a person's life. Therefore, expanding the conversation on the subject in the future. Thank you so much and have a great day.